This is what nobody tells you before you even start a business. People will give you business ideas on how to start a business, how much capital you need, but the most important things that you need to understand about the business, you cannot be able to understand them until you are in the business. And this is something I have experienced, and I'm here to share, just to give someone out there who is a beginner, who can be able to resonate with exactly what I'm saying. These are some of the things that nobody told me when I was venturing into my business. First thing is first. You will not pay yourself for the longest time. Baby, let nobody lie to you. Paying yourself in your business, it's not something that you can have luxury on. It's not something you will do on a monthly basis, especially when you are beginning the business, because this means that most of the money you are making, yes, you can be making the sales, you can be bringing in money, but that money goes back into the business. You are fueling it back into the business because you want to see your business grow. You want to add on other things that you have not been able to add on your business. So definitely you will not pay yourself for the longest time. And this is something that not so many people tell you, because you see, like, someone will tell you, like, start your business, make the money, make the millions, but what they don't tell you is that for the longest time you will have to sacrifice not paying yourself, or you can just pay yourself the little amount of money that you can pay, but most of the time you will have to sacrifice not paying yourself. So if you are in this situation, just comment down here below so that people can be able to understand what exactly I am saying, and let it not be seem like I'm the only one who's not paying myself. Second one on the list is you need to understand your finances. Like, you need to be able to know how to manage your finances, especially when your business is very small. Like, you do not have a bookkeeper, an accountant, you don't have anyone to help you in managing and knowing where your money has gone. You need to be able to manage it. And the best thing that I have been using so far, it's my budget tracker. I'll leave a link to it down here below. If you cannot be able to place your business account separate from your personal account, that is where you will start messing with your finances, because you don't want to mix your business finances with your personal finances. You may end up using, and by the time the month comes to an end, you are not sure how much you had needed to put aside. So make sure you have separate accounts. And this, I'm talking about things related to your business, your services, everything you're selling, you need to have separate. And if your business is related to service and products, you can as well as separate the products to have their own separate account and the service to have their own separate account, so that you know that I have been able to sell this amount of products in this month. This is the amount I have. This is the services I have been paid for the things I did, so that you know the amount in a separate way. It makes work easier for you, and my budget tracker will help you to easen up everything. As a small business owner who does not have a lot of experience with bookkeeping and accounting, it will help you to manage your finances in the right way as a small business owner. The third thing, business will humble you. Let me tell you, if nobody told you, business will humble you. It will humble you like no one's business. If you are that kind of person who is starting a business with a lot of enthusiasm, it's okay, it's fine. But there are times that you will literally make zero sales, and you still need to show up. You still need to be confident. You still need to have that strength in you. So business will really humble you. You can open your shop in the morning, and by the time it's evening, you have sold nothing, but you still need to come and show up the next day. So when you feel like this is something I cannot do, then maybe business is not for you, because people have really glamorized business. They make it feel like being an entrepreneur, having your own business, being your own boss is the in thing. But what they don't tell you is what is you need. is what is awaiting you, because there are things that are awaiting you. They will make you be humble, and you will not even, you'll be shocked, and you'll feel like things are not the way they seem to be. But the truth of the matter is, business will humble you. You need to be very patient, because not so many times when you start a business, people will buy, people will flood at your shop or on your online platform. No, it doesn't work that way. So you need to be patient with your products. The fourth one on the list, you need to have boundaries. You need to be able to place boundaries, especially if you are working with people. So this means that you are the leader, you are the one leading other people. You need to be able to place boundaries so that people can know, this is why I do not have to cross. As my superior, as someone higher than me, this is where I cannot cross. Because you see that as a leader, you may feel so empathetic to the extent that you find yourself being very vulnerable to people and forgetting that you are leading, you have a business to run, and you forget that people can take advantage of that. So the fact that you don't have to be very vulnerable to people to the extent that they can use that against you, or they can take the advantage of that and give you an attitude and make you feel like just because you guys are friends. So you need to have a boundary. Like, you need to be able to place things like, you need to show up at this time. Like, there's no excuse. It doesn't matter if you're my friend, it doesn't matter if you're my sibling, my sister. When it comes to my business, these are the boundaries, and these are the things we need to respect and put aside. Because you see, people can take advantage, especially if it's a friend or if they're family. They feel like maybe they can misuse the things you are selling, or they can misuse your money, and you end up losing a lot. So you need to place boundaries as early as possible. Another thing is, the fifth one is, you need to have leadership skills. This is something that I am still learning. Like, the fact that you are leading people, the fact that you have 2 to 3 people, employees in your business, you need to have leadership skills. You need to be empathetic. You need to know how to speak to them. You need to be able to know you need to know some of the things to place in your business, like things like gossiping, it's not allowed. Things like this, it's not allowed. Because you see, as a leader, you are leading them. So you need to show them by example. Even in things like, when it comes to showing up in your business, like, wake up early, go and open your shop early, even if you're not the one who's supposed to be opening on a daily. Like, show up on an early basis, so that when these people see what you actually do, they'll be like, yeah, our boss does this, so we need to up our game to where they are. So lead by example. That is it. Lead by example. If it's coming up, showing up early, show up early. Some days, come clean the place, or if clean the place, make sure everything is looking neat, it's organized, and then so that they can see from you and be like, this is exactly what our boss wants, and this is exactly what we need to be doing. Yeah. Another thing, the sixth thing, which I feel like this is a very strong one, is the fact that you need to have a source to go and lean onto. Because you feel like, you see, as a business person, there are those days when things will be hard. There are those days that you won't feel like opening. There are those days that you feel like you have been drained, your energy, everything, your enthusiasm for the job, it has been drained. So you need to have a source. You need to have where you can get back your strength. And most people, I don't know where you get your strength on, but one of the things I can say is, I get my strength back on my source, who is God. Because in those days when I feel like everything is shutting down, when I feel like my business is not where I need it to be, when I feel like things are not adding up the way I want them to, always go back to him. Like I go back to God and I just speak with him. I tell him exactly what my pains are. I tell him exactly the things I'm going through. I know he knows, but I just speak to him because I feel it's easier. And through speaking, at times I feel relieved. At times I get the answers to the questions I need, to the questions I had placed. So having a source, having somewhere you can just go and get your strength back, and even having a community, people who are in business like you, people who you can share your challenges with, you can share your ideas with, you can share your problems with, and they will be able to stand with you and they'll be able to hold on to you. That is where you need to go back and hold. That is where you need to go and build your community and have a source where you can go back and get your strength from, because business is not all about glam. Entrepreneurship, it's great. It's another way of you being able to understand so many things, because I can tell you, I have learned a lot in these few days. I have been able to learn a lot. I've been able to know what I need to do. I'm still learning. I'm still open to learning. But just these few times, I've been able to understand what it really means to be an entrepreneur and exactly what you need to put out there for you to see that business grow. So be willing and be open to learning as an entrepreneur, as a person who wants to start that business. Be willing and be open to learning, and be ready for the challenges, because they will come. But you're not alone. You're not the first one to go through this. Just know that things will add up and things will come. And if you have been facing some of the challenges as an entrepreneur, please share. Please comment down here below. Tell someone so that they don't feel like they're alone, because it's a journey, and holding on to each other, encouraging each other is the way to go, so that you can reach where you need to reach. Thank you once again for reaching this far. If you have reached this far, please do not forget. Please do not forget to get yourself the budget tracker. It will help you a lot. I know, because it has helped me a lot in my business. And don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and hit that notification bell. From me to it, bye bye. See you on my next video.